Attention! The following video may contain fun, humor, profanity, personal opinions, political incorrectness, and so on. If you are under the age of 18 or are easily offended by something as simple as gendered words, then I suggest you turn this video off and watch something more suited to you. Something like Sesame Street. Don't say I didn't warn you. G'day guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is all about getting my Team Associated DR10 to go in a straight line. Now, some of you, those that are new to this channel or possibly clicking on this video, have never seen my channel. I've been having a few issues with my Team Associated DR10 not driving straight, and I've been trying to sort it out. And in the previous video I did for this car, I upgraded the transmission gears and went out for a test, and while the initial launch of the car was alright, it just wanted to constantly pull to the right every single time, and I couldn't for the life of me figure out why. And what I had done is I did have a gyro on it, and I'd taken it off. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you some of the things that I have done to the car since that last video, and it's mainly just got to do with some of the setup. So what we'll do is we'll go over to the workbench and I'll run through with you what I've done. Alright guys, so here is the car. Haven't got the shell on it at the moment. So I've just finished doing some changes to the setup of the car, and it's mainly the rear that I've focused on. Now, a couple of things I have, where are they? Some of the obvious things that I have changed are the rear tires. Now I am what I have been running are these Proline Hoosier tires, and these are on the standard DR10 rims that come with the kit. And I have noticed that the inside of the rim here, not the outside, but on both rims, the inside wall here of the rim isn't perfectly round. You probably can't see it too well on the camera here, but especially around here it kind of ovals out a little bit, and so it doesn't seem to be perfectly round. So I'm guessing that it can be part of the issue. And also these Hoosier tires compared to these Proline, what are they again? The Reaction? Yes, Proline Reaction tires. The Reaction tires are belted, these are not. So that is something else I'm going to attribute to the awkwardness of it pulling to the right all the time. Uneven, not perfectly round rims, and non-belted tires. One of the other things I have noticed is it's probably going to be hard to see on camera here, but you can possibly see a section here of the tread or of the tire where it's kind of, you can see where the tire has been running. So, and what I did is I got my camber gauge and I checked the camber, and at the back I noticed that it had more than 3 degrees of negative camber. And when you compress, I'll bring it back here, when you compress the suspension down, you can see how it gives it more negative camber. And I'm going on a limb and going to assume that the initial factory kit setting for the camber was giving it way too much negative camber, as it would accelerate and as the suspension would compress, and so therefore it was only running on about this much of the tread as opposed to the whole patch, contact patch. So what I've done is I have taken it from more than 3 degrees negative camber to about 1 degree negative camber. The other thing I have done is I have raised the wheelie bar a little bit. So before it was on the lower level, so it was probably about this far to the ground. Now, as you can see, it's up a bit more. So as it accelerates, it can compress down a little bit more and put a bit, well, from what I've been reading, you raise it up for low traction situations. So the next thing I will do, I've got to put it back on. I've got to go find it. I had a gyro on here. I took it off. I might put it back on and test it to see how it goes. It's a cheapish kind of gyro that I got off eBay. So I'm going to test that. So the only issue I'm having at the moment is I don't have any traction compound. I've ran out of it, so I've got some new stuff coming, but it's on the way. So, but for now, we're just going to test it as it is, and I've made a few changes to the settings on the McLaren DR10 ESC. So I decided to just do this all and just tell you what I've gone through, because there's no point filming me doing it. It is pretty self-explanatory. So what we're going to do now, guys, is, well, I'm going to charge a battery and we're going to head out to the test location to see if this has made a difference. Alrighty guys, let's see if these changes have done something. I'm at the old testing area. Someone's doing work at the usual testing area, and there's a whole heap of kids. Must be a sports day. So let's see what we can do. Alright, so I've turned the punch down. I've adjusted the time between stages. So do a quick warm up. Alright. Drag. Start. Alright. Let's see how we go. Well, it's a bit better. That was a little bit better though. Admittedly, I'm still only using just straight tyre traction, no traction compound or anything like that. So let's do give it a quick clean. Alright, let's warm it up. Alright, I'm going to go a little bit softer on the takeoff. So drag, start. Alright. Oh, that is much better. Alright, let's just see what we got here. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay. Read 77 kilometers an hour, 2.85 seconds. Alright guys, I think I have solve the issue. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let the ESC cool down a pinch, and we'll be back. Alright guys, just for kits and shiggles, I've got my little Insta360 Go2 camera on. This might upset the weight balance, not sure, but let's see what onboard footage looks like. Alright, this is going to be another try. Went to do a try pass and the little gyro failed. It's only a cheap $20 one I got off eBay. So we're going to try that again. Just going to have to be a little bit careful now, not having to rely on the gyro. We'll do a quick warm up. Hopefully the little camera here doesn't set off the weight balance too much. Is that registering? Yes. Alright, let's do a tyre clean. Right, we'll do a warm up. I can see it's going to be a shaky ride with its onboard. Alright. Drag. Start. Alright, easy takeoff. Alright, that didn't go as expected. Well, actually no, I lied. That was kind of how I expected it to happen. But just for gits and shigs, I will show you the onboard footage right now. Alright guys, so doing a bit of profile changes, if I can get the phone to stay where it is. Okay, so I've lowered the throttle punch to 45% because the surface I'm on is really dirty. I'm not sure if you can see it. I'm sorry if you can't see it guys, but I'm doing my best to show you. So my throttle punch is on 45%. First stage power is 50%. Second stage is 60. Third stage is 80. Fourth stage is 100%. And the time intervals in between these stages are 0.3 seconds. So, I mean, while it's not cold today, it's not warm, and I noticed taking off the gyro made a difference. So I will pause here, get the car ready, and we'll see if we can do something better. Okay, let's see if we can do something about this. Alright, tyre clean. Let's do a warm up. That's better. Alright. Drag. Start. Alright, like always, easy takeoff. Hey. Alright. Okay, drag, start, easy on the throttle. It still wants to pull to the right, and I actually purposely gave it a little left steering on takeoff. Alright. Alright guys, I'm going to make this the last pass. I'm not sure what my traction issues are. This might be ongoing, so let's just do another warm up. All right, let's see, drag, start. All right, I'm going to be very easy on the throttle here. Wow, winning. All right, okay. Yeah, 3.56, it got sketchy though. 70 kilometers an hour. Well, tell you what, one more run after I replace a body clip. Alrighty, let's do this. One more run and we will see how we go. So warm up. Alright. Drag, start. All right, let's see how we go. Well, that was better, however. Well guys, I'm going to call that a fairly successful test. As you saw, I did the first good run that I had with this. I had the gyro in it. It did seem to help in that regard, and as I took it off because it failed, it you saw instantly it wanted to pull to the right, and then as you saw, as I had to counteract it myself with the radio instead of relying on the gyro, I did some okay passes. Now there is something that I discovered upon coming back and going over the car. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the shell and just put it there. Now, when you look at it all, everything looks nice and sweet. You know, everything seems to be where it is. However, there is something I discovered. So, as we saw in like the previous video and in the passes that I've done today, it would pull to the right, and you know, I cannot for the life of me figure out why. I think I may have stumbled across it. So if we look here, I'll try and keep the light as much as possible. So I move this wheel back and forth. Yeah, there's bound to be a bit of movement. That's normal. Okay, so we can see I'm pulling it back and forth like so. Now, let's have a look at the left wheel. Look at that. I think I've discovered why it wants to pull to the right. So my theory is, because if I can't really get any light in, but if we have a look here, you see the whole suspension arm. Sorry, I'm trying to get the light. The whole suspension arm is moving, and my theory is as I put it down, the suspension will compress, so it'll pull it back, sort of. Then as I launch, it'll move and give it a bit of toe in. So obviously as you under acceleration it's lifting up, and so because it's got that little bit of toe in, or that extra toe in as it launches, it's wanting to do that. That's my theory, and I think this will be a to be continued video. Well, this video will be this is going to be continued. So what I'm going to do, guys, is this will be the end of this video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to order some new suspension arms for the rear and replace both, and I will check any other parts that may need to be replaced. So I will end this video here, guys. If you've enjoyed this video, please don't hesitate to give it a like, and until then, enjoy your hobby and cheers.